Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
Ready, blue 80. 55. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
To Justin Hardy. It's a gain of 20. And the Falcon first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice game. On the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, Vick. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Check 13. Check 13. Shit.
On third down, Vick. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
That's it, baby. We're going
first down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. Cook stripped, the ball's out, and the Falcons grab it. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd and goal, Vic, and he's got it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They're not ready for this. They still playing solid. Y'all playing wrong.
Vic, 3rd and goal. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
And it bangs off the right upright. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now Cousins on the crossing route, complete. It's Moss. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Get that ball. Deuce. Hey, 382. Let's 50.
Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Check 3. 64. Weak. Leave it. Ring up 48. 2. Hot.
Cousins on 1st down. That'll be complete to Cook. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. Cousins now already over 100 yards passing in just this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Man, that's trash.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So here's Vic following the interception. Rolling to his left. Looking downfield for Joe. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Six man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
No score after one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now, these two teams, the Falcons and the Vikings, have met 30 times since the Falcons' inaugural year in the league back in 1966. The Vikings winning 19 of those games, but maybe the most memorable game between the two was a Falcons victory. That was in the NFC Championship game back in January of '99. Gary Anderson missed a field goal to potentially win it at the end of regulation, and then the Falcons would get the victory in OT 30-27, and they were off to the Super Bowl. The throw on 2nd down from Vic, incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, Vic escaping the pressure right. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Josh Doxson's got it, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And they'll try the jet sweep here, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Vic operating on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing again, Vic on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Cousins, eluding the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing, Vic. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Justin Hardy there to make the grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. To throw is Cousins. Flush to his right. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it up.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First down, Vic. Well, he cannot get away. Down goes Vic. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, Vic. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They are in the 2nd quarter down in Miami, and the Ravens have opened things up there. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final time. Seconds to go in this first half. Cousins now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Go, go. Good route here. Check 45 to Mike. Hey, Zoo.
Throwing is Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They run, Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. On play action, Cousins. Throw complete to the tight end, Morgan. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a run with Cook. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Ringo 48. First. Check. Hey, Alpha. Check 59. Mike.
Cousins now. And now here is another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. After the interception, here's Ryan. Looking deep, looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he loses the football a second time. And the Falcons grab it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, they'll run with Freeman. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. Vick will look to throw on first down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Vick now. It's hauled in by Hardy. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
I I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection, and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Gets it off to Freeman. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Vic goes play action. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. On first down, it's Cook. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
6 recon, 132 fighter.
Again, it's Cook. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Hey, Orbit.
Check 59, Mike is 59, Mike the 59.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Cook. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season. tackling, because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming down.
Here's Madison running on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in from 7 yards away as they are able to cut into that lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
It's hauled in by Doxson. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. It's caught. Jones. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 56 yards. How about the rookie in his NFL debut? Looking sharp. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Vic to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Well, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And finding the tight end Hooper. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7, forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, can. 59. Two. Check. 59. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now Cousins. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
He's got his man. This is Jackson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Despite the late lead, Vic's going to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Vic. Being chased out left. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. So time run.